Okay, howdy. It is June 1st. Technically it's June 2nd now because it's after midnight, but whatever. Which means it's been 4 weeks since my surgery. I had a follow-up appointment with my surgeon today, on the 1st. And so he basically checked on everything and made sure that everything was healing up pretty well, and he said everything looks on track. And he also cut out the stitches that were popping out. He said that they would have eventually dissolved away on their own, but that he might as well cut them out while I was there. Sorry, I'm a little bit distracted because I didn't notice until I started taking this video how fat I've gotten. I've put on so much weight since healing up, and I really can't wait to get back to cutting down on the weight that I've gained, because I can see just looking at myself on this video that's pretty substantial. But anyways, you don't want to hear me complain about weight gain. So we're here to talk about the change in my arms. So now I don't have any bandages on at all. I do have gauze in my armpits just because my armpits aren't completely healed up. But I'll show you what the incisions look like now that they're considered to be closed everywhere except for the armpits. So, and I'll actually pick up the phone, so you're going to probably see some really weird angles on me. So like I said, I have gauze that I just keep in my armpits just to, because there's a ever so slight amount of discharge, as you can see with this one getting stuck on said discharge. Anyways, that's going to have a little bit of lint stuck to it when I show you. But basically, so this bra is a little bit small, so that's why it's all... Sorry I haven't shaved under my arms in a while. You'll see why I can't here in a minute, but I'll just show you what the actual incisions look like. So they look a little bit gnarly on camera, but they actually are pretty healed up. And of course, over time, they'll, you know, actually look more healed. And as you can see, like I said, the armpits aren't completely closed up yet. I guess I should try to keep the camera not going upside down. So it's basically same deal on this side. Looks a little bit cleaner, but still pretty raw looking. And then, as you can see, the armpit isn't completely closed up. So that's basically what we're looking at now, is waiting for the armpits to close up. And that's basically it. One thing that, so when you can't really see how I'm standing here, but you can see that I'm standing with my my elbow's a little bit bent. I've been like that pretty much since the surgery, because first it was easier when they were bandaged, and then it just kind of was more natural to sit like that. But what it's done is caused me to lose a significant amount of flexibility and range of motion in my elbow joint. So it feels really weird to fully extend my arm and stuff. So what I've been doing, and that's not any damage that the surgery itself caused. That's caused, basically just by my having gone an entire month without extending my elbow. So what I've been doing is I found online a physical therapist's little list of exercises for someone who'd had elbow surgery to try and get their full flexibility back. And every hour, in fact, my alarm might go off while I'm taking this video, but I set an alarm for every hour that I'm awake, and I just do various just all sorts of movement and range of motion stuff, usually with my arms extended, lots of this, and hopefully that will loosen everything up and I'll be back to normal pretty soon. So that is the plan. I will see my doctor again in a month, barring no problems, and as you can see, I'm pretty much healed up, so I can't imagine any problems coming up at this point in time. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm going to wait, obviously until I'm starting to already cut back on how much I'm eating, because now that everything's almost all closed up, I really don't need to be eating that much. So I'm cutting back on eating, and I actually worked over the weekend, so obviously I can walk around quite a bit. So I'm gonna start trying to get a little bit more active, not obviously going running or anything like I was doing before the surgery, but try to stave off some of this weight gain, and then hopefully in about a week or two I'll be able to actually exercise for real and start losing some of this weight. So, also relevant, in my last video I talked about how I didn't feel super prepared for my organic chemistry course, and it ended up coming to the night before organic chemistry, and I was still having issues just handling the textbook. Like, physically handling the textbook was difficult for me. And considering the class itself is normally difficult when you're in tip-top shape, and I wasn't, I decided to not tempt fate, and I decided to drop the class. So I actually don't have any courses this summer anymore, so really all of my time is spent working on healing, and then once I'm all healed up, I'm going to look at some like volunteer work or something so that I'm being kept busy, but also this means that once I can devote a lot of time to exercise, which I'm super excited about because, you know, all of my life, I either was fat or I was fat with, you know, or I was skinnier, but I had like all this extra arms, and really that's kind of one of the more noticeable areas that you can see muscle mass is on the upper arms. So I'm pretty excited to actually start lifting. I'm not going to get super buff, but it'll be nice to actually see some results. So that's where I'm at now.